Hello everyone, welcome to Wednesday Night Live Crafting. Michelle Greck here from stampmichelle.com, coming to you from a very wet, windy and cold Melbourne, Australia. How is everybody tonight? It's 8 p.m. here in Melbourne. Let me just make sure that I'm going live in the right place. I'll get you up on my page. Might wait for a few of you to join me. Give it a couple of minutes. So if you're jumping on, if you're live, pop into the comments and let me know that you're here. Say hello. Goodness, I can't see that. Okay. Hi Sam, how you going? Hi Sandy, hi Sonia. Thanks everybody for popping on. It's been a couple of weeks now. I've missed catching up with you all on a Wednesday night. So finally been able to take a break from playing nurse. So for those of you who don't know, the last time I was live, which was, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I think, while I was live, my partner was out having himself a motorcycle accident. So he had decided that he would pop up the supermarket to grab a couple of things, and he would take the motorbike to do that. And while he was out, he took the long way home from the shop because he was wanting to have a bit of extra time on the bike. And while he was still local, but a woman pulled out in front of him, said she didn't see him, and yeah, they had a nasty accident. So at first, look, it looked like everything was okay, and to be honest, he's been really, really lucky, like no broken bones and no life-threatening permanent injury. But excuse me. So he was okay for a couple of days, a bit quite banged up and grazed and bruised and that sort of thing. But after a few days, he started to deteriorate, and I won't go through the whole thing, but ended up in hospital for a week and with a very nasty complications in his leg, and is now back home and recovering, but it's going to be a long and slow road. So, hi Linda. Hi Marika. Inga. Hi everyone. There's lots of people on tonight. So yeah, he has been, since he's been home, he's actually hasn't been very mobile. So which that's improving every day. But of course, while he wasn't mobile, I was having to be his legs. So so it's been a very busy time around here. And for those of you who are waiting on things for me, I really apologize. Like it's there are just some things that I've just really had to put to the side, family first always. And so I've been juggling lots of balls and not keeping all of them in the air, I have to say. Excuse me. Hi, Di. Anyway, so it was the end of the Stampin' Up year as well, and it was the week was just before grand final weekend. And during that time, I also moved one of my children, well, one of my sons who'd been living at a home. I moved him back home, and it was the end of the Stampin' Up year, and it was the start of a new year then, and there was lots of stuff going on, and I've just really missed most of it because my head's been somewhere else. Hi, Robin. Anyway, so I'm back, and that's the long story short. And I'm really excited to be back and catching up with you all, crafting live on a Wednesday night. And tonight I'm going to be crafting with our brand new Fitting Florets Collection. So this is a brand new collection, which is a sneak peek of some product which will be available in the upcoming January to June catalogue. So, but this will be available to customers next month in November. But if you're a demonstrator, you're actually able to order it this month. So it arrived, and I haven't had much of a chance to play with it, but I've had a bit of a play, and I was really hanging out for the framelits that come with this set because they are just divine. So let me just show you what's in the collection. So we have, the basis of the collection is a stamp set, the framed florets stamp set, and the framed florets dies. Now you will notice for the first time ever, I think, or certainly it's going to be a trend going forward, is the stamp set and the dies have the same name. Yeehaw! How long have we been asking for that? I'm sure I've been sandboxing Stampin' Up forever to have the dies the same name as the stamp set. Because, like I don't always keep them together, and sometimes I don't remember what the name of the dies are that go with the stamp set. So I'm, fossicking around in my drawers looking for something that I can't remember what it's actually called. So now the dies and the stamp set will have the same name. But and then there's also this beautiful paper in the collection, and I'll show you that in detail in a minute. There are some beautiful gold embellishments, which I actually don't have at the moment. They were delayed in shipping, and so I couldn't order those when I ordered the rest of the product, but they're nice little swirly. I don't have a picture to show you, but they're actually really very, very nice, and they're nice and flat too, so they work really well on your cards. The other thing that is available, let me think, my brain's just not working. Sorry guys, I just, what I wanted to say was, I just, I'm really out of the swing of things, so even when I was setting up for my live tonight, I was like, oh, how do I do this again? How do I go live again? You would think after all this time it would be burned into my brain, but it actually wasn't. So for the period between now and, so when these go live on the 1st of November and when the catalogue starts in January, there is a couple of products that are just exclusive for that period, and this is one of them, the stamp set, the framed and festive. So this is a Christmas set, as you can see, just Christmas sentiments, which are designed to work with the dies, the beautiful frame dies that are part of this collection. But that won't be carrying over to the new catalogue. That's just exclusive for this promotional period. And then there's this beautiful paper. So let me show you this paper. It's just absolutely divine. I love it. So flowers, of course, I love flowers. And I really, really like the colours that are in this suite. Lots of different colours that you can work with. So we have Polish Pink, Blushing Bride, I think Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, Balmy Blue, and Crushed Curry. I think that's the whole lot. So we have these beautiful florals here, and then we have just a sort of leafy pattern there in the Balmy Blue on the back. We have this Evening Evergreen one, which is one that will work really well for Christmas. You could actually even colour those berries, those white berries, red. And then we have the Blushing Bride floral pattern on the back. I really love this blue one. So lots of balmy blue flowers there, and nice subtle soft succulent pattern on the back. A smaller floral print, a bit like the one on the first one I showed you, but smaller. And then it almost looks like a knit, this pattern, like like you were looking at knitting. So that's in the Evening Evergreen and the Balmy Blue. There's this one here in the blues and the pink, with a Polish Pink pattern on the back, and then another floral but in sort of more muted, just in the blues and greens, with this beautiful gingham, which would also work for Christmas, I think, on the back. So really beautiful papers. Now I'm going to bring in the dies because I think they are the piece de resistance of this set, is our beautiful dies here. So we have ovals. I've been hanging out for ovals for a really long time. Stampin' Up used to have ovals and then removed them from their collection. And so we've been lacking in ovals for a little while now. Excuse me. And I love ovals because they're, they fit a lot of sentiments in an oval. And these are really beautiful because they're quite decorative. So, and then we have some dies here that will cut the flowers here in our stamp set. And we have some ones here that just cut foliage, so they don't actually cut your stamped image, they just cut the cardstock. And then we have these beautiful frames. So, and then we have our stamp set here. I actually really like the font in this stamp set. It's very contemporary, and I love the pairing of that, like the two different fonts. We have a few flowers, very open flowers, so really good for colouring if you like colouring. Great for your blends or your watercolour pencils. And it's, got some really nice sentiments. So we've got a couple of birthday ones, and we have a thank you one. Sentiments that you really will use, so, and fit perfectly in these big frames. So let me just show you. I've actually cut a few of the frames out, just so I can show you what they look like. Where did I put it? So I went ahead and cut a few just so I could show you, because there's lots of different ways that you can use them. So first of all, we've got this. Let me get them off the magnet here. We've got this one here. I don't know whether you can see that in the camera, but it has all these little hearts all the way around the oval. But it actually just cuts the heart. It actually doesn't cut the center out. So you will see when I do this that, sorry, it actually does. It does cut the center, but it's got, yes, it does cut the center. Sorry. But it cuts all of these beautiful hearts all the way around the edge. And you'll see I've cut them in different pieces here, but I actually don't think it cuts the center. I'll have to cut that again just to have a look, because it doesn't have a blade or around the inside. So I think it just cuts the hearts, and then it leaves the center in there. And then you have this one here, which is a very decorative one. So that cuts this element here, but you'll also get this piece in the center. So it cuts out that piece as well. So you're left with this really nice frame, but you've got this one here that has the embossing around the edge. And the nice thing about this is this actually fits pretty much in the center of that one. So that works really well. And then you have this one here, which is an oval that has this really nice sort of embossed pattern around the edge of it, plus this inner embossing around the inside of the oval, which cuts these elements here. So it cuts out this frame here with just a plain oval in the center. But the good thing about these is that they all work together. So this will actually, this can layer on the center of the one that comes out of here. And it will also obviously go in the center there. This one will actually fit over the top of this one. And then you can pop, got another circle here, you can pop that one in behind. So there's lots and lots of things that you can do with these dies, lots of different ways that you can layer them and work with them. So I'm really excited about these. I don't know if you can tell, I'm a bit rambling on a bit here, but I am really, really excited about the potential for all of these ovals. And of course, all of those beautiful sentiments that we saw before will all fit inside of those dies. Okay, so let's move those out of the way. So there's heaps going on at the moment. So I'm just going to run through a couple of the things because I've been away for a couple of weeks. I just want to run through a couple of the things that are happening at the moment. So as well as our Fitting Floret Collection sneak peek, we also have a starter kit promotion, which is running for the month of October. No, that's a bit small. You probably don't know if you can actually see that. But if you decide to join Stampin' Up during the month of October, your starter kit, you can actually select $283 worth of product for just $169. So that's $114 worth of free product, and you get free shipping. So, and one of the great things about it is if you really like that collection that I've just shown you, you can actually add that to your starter kit. So you don't have to wait till the 1st of November. If you decided that you wanted to join now, you could actually get that collection right now and pop it in your starter kit, and you could probably, well, I'm sure that there would be other things that you could add as well because you've got $283 to spend. Now, you don't have to, you don't have to sell, you don't have to do parties or workshops. You can, I've got girls in my team who are just happy discount shoppers who just want to buy their crafting supplies at a discount. You'll get 20% off when you join, and there's no pressure on you. I never put any pressure on anybody to sell. You can just be a happy shopper. So that's worth having a think about, especially if you've got a few things on your wish list, or if you really like that collection and you'd like to get it now instead of waiting until the 1st of November. And of course, if you'd like to get it at a discount. So that's happening for the month of October. And the other thing I wanted to show you is we have a new kit. Now, I haven't even had a chance to open this kit yet, so I thought I would actually do that here tonight. We'll do a bit of an unboxing. So this is our birthday organizer kit. I'm really excited about this kit because as much as I love making cards, and I have heaps of them, I'm really lousy at sending them. I even have some here that I had, written on and put a stamped envelope with them and still forgot to post them. So, and I know in this, this digital age, lots of people already have, ways that they keep track of birthdays. Either they get a Facebook reminder or they have something in a digital calendar. But this, I think, is a really lovely kit. It is so it's called the Birthday Organizer Kit, I think. So let's open it up and have a look at what's inside it. So this would actually make a really good gift. So, we're coming up to Christmas. If you've got somebody that, is a bit crafty that you think might like to put this together and then have the nice birthday organizer once they've put it together, then this would make a perfect gift. Or you could actually buy it, put it together and gift it to them. So first of all, we have this like a notebook, but it has all of these pockets plus the days of the month, so that you can actually write the birthdays in there, and then you can make a card and pop it in the pocket. So you can be organised for the whole year. Look at that. I think it's quite sturdy. Like it's and then you've got a pocket at the back here, I think, where you can put some extra things. I really love that pattern. That's beautiful. And then we've got some envelopes. So I think these, what are the colours? That looks a bit like Sahara Sand, I think, and maybe mint macaron or soft succulent. Maybe soft succulent, I think. And we have some card bases. So I think it makes, I don't know how many cards it makes. 12 maybe, I think. Let me see, how many have we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think it's 12 cards. I love an unboxing too, Sandy, although I don't usually do it live. Like I usually do it as soon as my order arrives. But when this order arrived, there were a lot of other things going on. So it went under my desk and I didn't actually even pull it out today. And I thought, oh, I can do that on my live tonight. So we have these sort of pre-printed card bases. So these ones with the black and grey spots, and these ones with the soft succulent, sort of a bit of a watercolory look with a gingham check there in the corner. And then we have some elements here for our cards. So these are flowers. What else have we got here? I think they're pretty much all the same, those ones. Then we have some stickers, and they will be for our notebook. So you've got all of the months of the year there, and you've actually they're actually there in 4 languages. So all of the global markets that Stampin' Up are in. So you could choose to do them in another language if you wanted to. Well, you would do that, I don't know, but obviously these kits are global, so they've got all of the languages there. And what else have we got here? Oh, we've got some sentiments for our cards and some other, looks like banners, I think, for our cards. Again, some more sentiments. And these would be really quick and easy to put together because these are already cut out for you. It's just a matter of putting them on your card bases. And then we've got some sequins there and some glue dots and some dimensionals. So everything you need there to actually put all of that together. And that would be a great way to start next year, 2023, with a notebook with all of your birthdays in it and 12 cards already done and set to go. You could take that away on the Christmas holidays, and you could do those, like if you're camping or in a caravan or whatever. Everything you need is in the box, other than you probably need some scissors maybe. But yeah, that's fabulous. I really can't wait to put that together. Actually, I might actually buy a couple of those for Christmas. My mum would actually benefit from one of these, I think. I can put some cards in there for her, and she'll be organised for the year. So you can see here, this is your instruction sheet that you get with the elements in your kit, so that you can follow along and put it all together. So step by step, it's all there for you. So you've got cards here that will work for the girls, and some cards there that will work for the boys. And actually that's a card I think that would actually work for teenagers quite well as well. Really like that. So there you go. That was a quick unboxing of our birthday organizer kit. I think that's what it's called. Birthday card organizer kit. And I think that's valued at, it's $44, I think, is the price of the kit. Okay, so now I think I've covered all of the things that are going on in the Stampin' Up world at the moment. And like I said, there's a few things that I'm behind on. So if you're waiting on host gifts I still haven't done August, so I've still got August and September to do. So I'm behind on those, but they're here and they're coming soon. So please be patient with me. Matt's still going to be off work for a few weeks yet, and hopefully it will only be a little while before he'll be able to sort of get around well enough that I can be released to my craft room to go back to my happy place and catch up. But until then, those sorts of things have to come first. All right, let's get to the card we're making for tonight. So I thought that I would make something, going to just be something simple because I haven't had a lot of time to prepare, but I'm going to use the new Fitting Florets collection. So I'm just starting with a Night of Navy card base. So that's just a regular half an A4 sheet, portrait folding card. And I just did go ahead and do a bit of prep work because I wasn't sure how much time I would actually get tonight. So I'm mindful of the fact that any minute I might have to zip off and do nurse duties. So this is the I've already cut the frame for that. So that was cut with the one that has the hearts on it there. So I've just cut that out of a piece of polished pink, which is, I think, probably 9.5 by 13.9 centimetres. I'm actually going to use this piece of the paper here, and I've just cut that to the full size of the card front. So let me just go ahead and attach that to the card front. The other thing I didn't show you is, of course, when you cut this out, you get left with all of these little hearts that I've just got in a little bowl here. But if you like to make shaker cards, these would absolutely be perfect. You could pop those in different colours there. I've cut one out in the blue and one out in the pink, and you can pop those in your shaker card. Or if you're patient enough, you could use them to decorate your card, but they are pretty small. All right, where's my adhesive? Okay, so I'm just going to pop this on my card front. So is everybody prepared for the deluge of rain that we're going to get in the next couple of days? I think it's going to be pretty prevalent in most of Victoria. And I've been seeing all of the warnings on the news about, you know, preparing yourself, checking your gutters and all of those sorts of things. Although I couldn't have got out there today and checked it because it was pretty wet here today. So, but I believe it's going to be much worse tomorrow. So I hope everybody's ready for that. Actually, I think I might have to get out in the morning and take some water out of our pool, otherwise it might overflow. Okay, so I've just got that on my card base, and I'm just going to put this up on some dimensionals. So did everybody have lots of rain where they were today? Hi Tina, how are you going? And Karen? I don't know if it's like we don't have a lot of trees sort of per se here, but my son had gone up to visit a friend who's staying overnight up in the Dandenong. So I'd say to him, make sure you don't park your car anywhere where it's might get a falling tree on top of it. Come out in the morning and have a flattened car. Well, it's like I know October is, you know, generally a wettish month, even though we are in spring. But I have to say, I think this is a bit unusual. It seems to be quite a lot wetter than normal. So you didn't have much rain soon. Maybe you might get it tomorrow. So pretty much rained all day here today, which not great if you're trying to get your washing dry or anything like that, although I have my washing under the pergola, so that wasn't too bad. But I did go out a couple of times to hang things out and bring things in, and it was just constantly raining. Okay, let me see if I've got all the backs off there. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that just into there. Let me just see if I can get it lined up. Make sure my hearts are not upside down. Okay, so I've already gone ahead and done some cutting. So for those of you who don't like fussy cutting, so this one actually has a die for cutting it out of the pattern paper. So that came out of, let me just find it. That came out of this sheet here, so this one here, but that is the only one that actually has a die. So, you know, if you wanted to use the rest of these elements, you would have to actually fussy cut them yourself if you wanted to actually just use the flowers. But I mean, just a sheet of the paper on its own would be beautiful. But you can actually cut this one with the die. So it has a coordinating die. Let me just, which is this one here. So it fits nicely around your flower there, and then you can just cut it out of your pattern paper. And then I've just cut this one's with one of the leaf dies. This one, I did actually fussy cut that from one of the sheets with the blue flowers in it. Okay, so now I'm just going to stamp one of the greetings, and I'm using the So Lucky to Call You Friend, and I'm going to stamp that in Night of Navy, just on a piece of army blue. I'm going to stamp it just over to the right because I'm going to tuck the left hand end underneath the flowers. Just pop that just in here. So because this polished pink frame is already up on dimensionals, I'm just going to use a bit of liquid glue on this end, but I'm going to use a dimensional on the left hand end. So you got a lot of rain in Warragul. Oh yes, Leonie, that's my take a pick tool. It's a it's a really handy tool that has it has putty on this end, so you can actually use that to pick up, you know, to pick up pieces. Really good for, you know, picking up little elements and then putting them on your paper. It's also great for using with your embellishments. And this is replaceable, so once you run out of putty, you can actually get a refill. And then on this end, we have our like your little pokey tool. And then if you unscrew that, there's like a flat blade on this end as well. And there's also another tool that goes in the end as well, which has a small and a large scoring tool on it. Really, really handy tool, that. Really good for, because I also use it for just the backs of the dimensionals. You know, you find them all over the place. I can never pick them up. Like, I'm always just doing this, trying to pick them up. So that little bit of putty on the end is really good for picking those things up. It also has a die brush for your intricate dies, you know, for getting the little bits out of your dies once you've cut them. That also will fit on the end of it. Like one of those Swiss Army knives, you know, crafting version of the Swiss Army knife that has all the things that you need in it. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that there, and I think we'll just position that there. Might actually stick this down first. Put these leaves in behind it, I think. Just pop those. I'm just going to bring in my silicone mat so I don't get glue all over my work surface. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of liquid glue on the back of that. And I know some of you are saying, oh, you could have cut this out of adhesive sheet with adhesive sheet on the back, but I didn't actually want the top part of it to be sticky and attached. I want this part here to stay loose, which is why I often don't use my adhesive sheets, because I don't like to stick the whole thing down. I'm just going to pop this one here, I think. And I think because this is already all up in dimensionals, I might just use liquid glue there to do that. I want to make sure that I don't cover, oops, I don't cover up my sentiment there. It's going to be super duper quick card tonight. Just pop this little leaf here and behind there, and we're done. I love a quick card. Not normally a quick card for me. I'm one of those people who like fusses around quite a lot about where I'm going to pop things. Ooh, bit of glue there. So there you go. There's that card just about finished. All I need now is some embellishments. Now I grabbed a couple of packs out before I started, but I'm actually not sure what to use. So maybe you guys can help me decide. So I've got some iridescent pearls here, or I've got some of the in colour opal rounds. So this has the coordinating polished pink colour in here. These are brand new ones. Haven't used these ones yet. So we've got those ones here. So these ones might be nice. Or I've got some of the solid faceted gems, which are not shiny but have the balmy blue. So they're a bit, because of the faceted sort of shape of them on the top, they do actually have a bit of sparkle to them, but not the same sort of sparkle as either of these two elements. So tell me, what should I use? Iridescent pearls, the opal rounds, or these solid faceted gems? I'll give you a few seconds to, or a minute or so to let me know which ones you think. So there's a couple. Linda says the opal rounds. Sandy says opal rounds. Sue says pearls. Mel says pearls. Come on, guys. That's 2 and 2. Do we have someone who's going to break the whatever we're going to call it, the evenness? So Sam's come in with the faceted light blues, the opal rounds, or the blue gems. The light blue ones on the left. Light blue ones on the left. So these ones or these ones? Pearls. Sue says pearls. Look, it's a bit of an even. What about if I use a bit of both? So let's have a, maybe I will use the, so I think these opal rounds might actually just blend in a little bit too much. So maybe we'll go with the pearls. I've got one stuck up there. So where will we put one? Put one down here. So I think the iridescent look of the pearls actually, they will actually pick up the color. I don't know if you can see that in the camera there, that they're starting to look a bit pink anyway. Maybe one up here. And of course, embellishments, we always need to use those in threes. Maybe I'll just put one over there. Okay, let's just stop there. I could go a bit crazy with those, but I won't. So there you go. There's our my first card using the Fitting Florets collection. I won't decorate the inside tonight. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this card. Sometimes I always do decorate the inside of my cards, but sometimes I wait until just before I'm decided who they're going to go to, what I might stamp on the inside. So I won't do that one tonight. Hi, Kerry. So what do we all think? Do we all like that collection? Something that you could see yourself using? I'm really, really excited about it. I was excited to do something with the actual with the framed and festive. I really like these big Christmas sentiments, and with the two different fonts in them. I think they will. You can actually use that as the whole focal feature of your card. And I think one of those in a nice frame would look perfect on some of that, maybe that green gingham paper or the one that had the berries on it. So look out for something. Maybe I'll do something next week with those. Okay, so it was pretty, what are we? 45 minutes still, so it wasn't as short and sweet as I thought it was going to be, but we did run through a few things tonight. So thanks everyone for hopping on with me. I'm really glad to see you haven't all disappeared while I've been off doing my caring duties. It was really great to be back. I really appreciate you joining me tonight. If you're watching on the replay, leave me a comment within the #replay so I know that you're watching the replay. Otherwise, everybody else, stay safe, stay healthy. Look after yourself in all of that weather coming up in the next few days. Don't drive in any deep water, and stay out of the rain. And I will see you all again next week, same time, same place, hopefully. Now, I don't anticipate that there will be any problems with me popping on next week, but if there is, I'll just look out for a post on my Facebook page, and hopefully the notice won't be as late as it was today. But I am planning to be live next Wednesday night. So thanks everybody, and for all of those who've reached out to me while Matt's been since Matt's accident, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. There's been a few people who've been checking in on me on a regular basis to make sure that everything's okay, and that's been really lovely. So thank you everybody, and I will see you all again next week. Okay, same time, same place. Have a good week. Bye bye.